Hello, Phil Thatch here. Pretty excited today because I took my FAA 107 drone test and passed it on the first try. And I posted about that on Facebook, and I had people instantly asking me all sorts of questions. How much did it cost? Where did you have to go? Was the test hard? And when all that happened, I said maybe I should put together a little video really quick and kind of let you know. So I went to Athens, Tennessee. There's testing facilities all over the country. The closest one to me was Athens, about an hour drive. The test cost $150. There were 60 questions, multiple choice. Only 3 choices, not 4 or 5 or 7. Just 3 choices for each question. You get 2 hours to do it. I think I already mentioned it costs $150. And you have to do it every 2 years. So it's something that you have to do if you want to charge money for photographs that you make with your drone or your UAS, which is Unmanned Aircraft System. I like that name better than drone. So how did I study? I used, there's a fellow named Tony Northrop, him and his wife Chelsea. They have a podcast. They've written a book called Stunning Digital Photography that's really, really good. They have a fantastic YouTube channel that does gear reviews. They do all sorts of things, but he did, I think it's an hour and 43-minute long video that you can watch for free on YouTube to help you prepare for this test. And I probably watched it 3 times in the couple of weeks that I tried to prepare for this test. Now, of course, I was working full time. I went and watched the eclipse on August 21st. One day, so I didn't spend every waking moment doing this, but a lot of my free time I spent kind of studying for this test. So that was probably my number one resource, was him. The next one, there is a website called 3dr.com, and they have a practice test on their website, 3dr.com/FAA/drone-practice-tests. 126 questions. They've got 12 sets of 10 questions and 1 set of 6 that are similar to what you'll see on the test. Not the exact same questions, mind you, but similar. And you can take those and kind of learn the format of the test and how the questions will be asked and get an idea of what you should be studying. So that's a pretty good resource. I took every single one of those questions twice, and some of them 3 times over the course of the couple weeks that I studied. There's another resource which I wish I had discovered earlier in my quest to pass this thing, called remotepilot101.com. And this guy has a full course for this, and apparently if you take his course, it's like 45 hours of videos or something like that. I don't have the exact specs because I didn't subscribe to his course, because I didn't find out about it until kind of the last couple of days, and I'd already scheduled my test, and I knew I wouldn't be able to get through all of his stuff. But he does have a couple of videos that I found on YouTube that I watched that were really good, and they helped me with some things. And it's remotepilot101.com. I think his course is $149. I've seen it $99. I don't know if that was a temporary sale. I've seen it $299, so I'm not sure exactly how much the price of it is, but once you buy it, you've got it for life. You don't have to resubscribe, and you have to do this test every 2 years. So if it's $149, that's probably money well spent. I mean, the test is $150, so a class that makes the test passable is probably worth $149. So remotepilot101.com I also recommend. Now you also go to www.faa.gov/UAS, Unmanned Aircraft Systems. That site has a PDF with all the testing facilities in the country, what you do after you pass the test. I still have to submit my application, and they have to do a background test before I actually get my unmanned aircraft pilot license. But that's an excellent resource as well, www.faa.gov/UAS. Let's see. Oh, here is something. When I was taking those questions at 3dr.com, when I was doing the practice questions, they kept bringing up these charts that you have to look at, and these charts are difficult to read. If you're an old guy like me and you need reading glasses just to see regular print, and maybe even if you're not an old guy like me, because I can, with my reading glasses, I can read regular print, but to read these charts, I carried this little $6 magnifying glass that I got at Walgreens. I carried it in. I asked the facilitator if I could carry it into the class. She said that's fine, and it really helped me read those charts and answer the questions. Yes, you do have to understand how to read an FAA sectional chart. If you don't have a pretty good gist of it, you will fail this test, I promise. So study that hard, and bring a magnifying glass. Let's see, one other resource is Ken Herron's YouTube channel. He didn't really teach me anything about how to answer the questions, but he motivated me with things about how important it is to get this done, about the fines that are levied against you if you use your pilot, your camera in the sky, as I like to call it, for profit. If you charge somebody to make a picture of a house or what have you, and you don't have this test, you could be fined. I can't remember exactly what it is, like $1,000, and the person who hires you can be fined as well. So it's very important to get this done. And Ken Herron, plus his channel's funny. He's a funny guy. He does a lot of corny jokes, which always crack me up. And he's a pretty good pilot too. He films some interesting things and puts together some good videos. So I highly recommend him. So those are the things. Tony Northrop's video, the 3dr.com practice tests, remotepilot101.com has a whole course, and of course www.faa.gov/UAS. Those resources and some time, take it seriously, and you should be able to pass it. I passed it on the first try. There's my certificate. Thanks.